Rachel here from Open Awards, and I am joined by the lovely Zoe from Teach. Hi Zoe, how are you?
Hello. Really good. Thank you very much. Really good.
Oh, fab, good stuff. So lovely to have you here. And today Zoe is going to talk to us all about becoming an access to HE provider with us here at Open Awards. So we absolutely love Zoe, love Teach, love working with you. But we've got a few questions and we thought it'd be really good for you to share your thoughts and your feelings being a provider with us, if that's okay.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Let's go.
Okay. So number one, why did you choose Open Awards? Why did you come to us initially?
So I used to work in a different organisation before I started Teach, and where I did used to work, they had different providers for different qualifications. But to me, Open Awards stood out in their role as the AVA because they were present, they were helpful, and they were just super supportive. So when it came time for me to set up my own business, I did my research. I went forward to Open Awards, and I was actually delighted as well to find out that they're based up north, and that's so important to me because I think that plays a massive role in understanding the geography, understanding the socioeconomic circumstances of learners, and also the local labour market information, which all factor into kind of course development and local business engagement.
Brilliant. Thank you. Well, thank you so much for choosing us as well. And Zoe, what type of support do you get from us at Open Awards?
Oh my word, how much support do I not get? Like, I get everything, all the things. Open Awards are just incredible, and they're just a phone call or an email away whenever I've needed them and whatever I've needed them for. Anytime I've had to ask a question, no matter how silly I thought it was or anything like that, no matter how big, how small, I've always been met with a willingness to help with timely, really helpful responses. Starting up a business and becoming a provider completely from scratch was absolutely terrifying, but the kindness, the respect and the support that I've had from Open Awards right from day one has just sailed so far over and above what I ever expected.
Oh, that's amazing. Thank you so much. That's so lovely to hear. And so my next question is about you being a bit of a different provision to the usual college. You've got, run courses through the academic year. So you've got a bit of a what we call a roll on, roll off provision where learners can register at any time, across the year. They could start in January, they could start in September. So how has that worked with you and Open Awards? How you managed that really with us?
Flexibility has just been key for what we wanted, and we've been met with nothing but flexibility from Open Awards. Open Awards have offered flexible custom support, which means that although our needs differ from your standard kind of face-to-face, more traditional FE college, we've never been made to feel like we are a pain, that we are a burden, that we're doing something that is, causing anybody any hassle or anything like that. We've always just been made to feel included in the much bigger picture. Our quality assurance processes are super robust, just as anyone else's would be. There's been loads of flexibility and loads of support when it comes to developing new provision, allowing us to adapt and kind of develop provision to be specific for online audience, because we are an online provider. And Open Awards have just been super receptive to new ideas and suggestions as well, which has been brilliant and allowed us to have a level of creativity when it comes to developing the programmes whilst maintaining the, working within the QAA regulatory framework.
Yeah, definitely. And from working with you, we've created some amazing qualifications together that we know work, do the job and get learners to university, which is the main aim of access, isn't it? Which is fantastic. Brilliant. So Zoe, what additional activities have you been involved in since you've been with Open Awards? Because I know I see you're at all the events. We're like little bezies now. It's great. But if you want to let everyone else know, what additional activities have you been involved in?
Yeah, so well, Open Awards just facilitates so many to start, really. Several opportunities for providers to communicate with each other and to share best practice and mutually understand challenges and help each other progress. I access the Open Awards forums and also things like webinars, which have been a really great source of support. I remember attending a standardisation event at Open Awards HQ, and it was the first one I'd ever been to, and I was a little bit nervous about going because I wasn't kind of sure what to expect or what other providers might be like, and I was just blown away with how lovely everybody was, so willing to support, so willing to share, so willing to talk about what goes well and what the challenges are for them. And that automatically made me a lot more willing. I mean, I'm all open for collaboration. I always have been, but it was so nice to know that because other people are willing to share this practice, I wanted to give that too. And I wanted to kind of pay it forward, if you like. So I've been involved with supporting new providers with their setup, and also been involved with longer standing providers who are, you know, looking at different ways of doing things. And again, because we're online, you know, there's some new or different ways of doing things there. So just sharing best practice has been brilliant. So there's just always something to learn, and always opportunities for mutually beneficial collaboration. And I think that that's something that Open Awards facilitate really, really well.
Yeah. Oh, well, you've just sort of like segued into my next question. So you all know at Open Awards, we say we are the Open Awards family, and we've got a lovely little access network and group, haven't we? So all the different access providers, and we're like an access family together. So how have you found that networking between providers and the support? Because I know that you do all give each other support and you share best practice, like you've just said. So how have you found that being part of the access family, really?
I just realised that I answered that question on the last one, and I didn't really fully answer the other question.
It was lovely what you said anyway, that's fine.
So yeah, I just want to kind of go back on that as well, because when you talk about the additional activities and things, I do think that ties in really nicely with the way that the providers support each other because of those different events and because of all the things you've got going on. But the other ways in which I'm engaging is things like the Open Awards committee panel. I think that that's been a really brilliant opportunity, not only to get to know other providers and you know, talk about it in that way, but it's also been a way to support one another, as well as supporting the wider access framework within Open Awards too. Yeah. And I think that just the way in which I think that the kindness and the support that Open Awards gives providers then kind of invigorates the providers to then give that back to each other and back to Open Awards. And I think that it's a really nice circle to be involved with, because it is truly energizing to be part of a bigger community that is so positive, and you really want us to do well, and we want to do well. So yeah, been part of loads of opportunities. I also forgot to mention the scrutiny panels that I've been privileged to be involved with, the development of new diplomas, the Christmas panto, all of those things. And that, you know, I mean, the Christmas panto, it was just such a brilliant idea, and other providers got involved. You know, what a way to have a bit of fun with other providers and offer that little bit of support in a fun kind of jovial way. Yeah, it's just lovely. So many ways to support, so many ways to collaborate, so many ways to work together and learn.
That's lovely. Do you know what, Zoe? I think that's the answer to the first question. Why did you choose Open Awards? It's the Christmas panto, isn't it? What other awarding bodies do a Christmas panto and get the providers to dress up? And brilliant. Love it
as well.
Yes, I love it. I love it. Fab. So Zoe, thank you so much for all like your wonderful comments and kind words. You know, we love working with you. If there is anyone out there who is interested in becoming an Open Awards provider and delivering access with us, from your point of view as a provider, what advice would you give them, or what would you tell them?
I mean, the short answer is do it.
Okay.
That is the short answer.
I'll take that.
However, I'm probably hopefully a more helpful answer is to reach out to Open Awards, reach out and have a conversation for yourself about just how much that they can provide you with, just how much support they offer. Because whether you're wanting to become a provider of access to HE diplomas like I was, completely from scratch and setting up a brand new business, or whether you're an existing provider and looking to change to a new AVA, for example, you've got absolutely nothing to lose by just contacting Open Awards and having that initial chat about what your options are. It is a big move, whichever direction you're coming from, it is a big move, and you want to make sure that you're comfortable and confident with the AVA that you choose. Now, there are some awesome AVAs out there, and I really have had the privilege to deal with many of them. But for me, Open Awards, you'll always be my AVA.
I love it. I love it. Oh, Zoe, thank you so much. We absolutely love you. You've got such a great provision. You know, everything that we do is changing lives through learning, and that's exactly what you and all the other providers do. So we love having you on board, and thank you so much for your comments. Thank you.
No problem at all. Always a pleasure.
Oh, see you soon. Bye.
Take care. Bye.